Hey folks, friends and neighbors, today I'm making a hat inspired by the video game Hades, one of my absolute favorite games. Here's the design I'm going for the hat. It's the sigil of the House of Hades surrounded by a laurel wreath. Anytime I'm making a pattern that's somewhat complicated like this, I like to draw it out, sometimes on paper, but I'm using virtual graph paper this time because it's a little easier to visualize. There's at least 4 different colors I need to make this pattern. Kind of brighter red, a darker red, an orange, and a yellow. I need to make sure that I am making the design in such a way that I have room to carry the yarn behind the work and not have it become too crowded. I believe the style of knitting this is called intarsia, where you have different blocks of color on an otherwise solid background, but don't quote me on that. If you're a more experienced knitter, let me know if I'm right in the comments below. Mirrored patterns are a little hard for me to visualize, so usually I end up making one side first and then using that as a reference for the other side. My brain works in such a way that it's always the right side first, and then I make the left side to match. Each small box on the graph paper represents one stitch, and so there's 87 stitches per row. Most hats I make start at 84 stitches. I went with 87 this time to give myself a little bit more room for the color work that I need to do and because I have a bigger head. After casting on the 87 stitches, I joined them in the round and then worked in all black for 95 rows. After the 95 black rows, I got to a point where I started weaving in the red yarn on the back of the work to get ready to start doing the bright red yarn for the color work. Knitting in one color for a long time is really easy. I had a day where I didn't have much to do, and I ended up watching 3 movies while I got the 95 rows done. Doing stranded color work, on the other hand, is not something that's as easy for me to watch TV while doing. When you're working with multiple colors of yarn at the same time, it's really important to carry forward the yarn you're not actively using in the back of the work. If you don't do that, there end up being some pretty large gaps. So here I'm carrying forward the non-active yarn every 4 stitches. To carry forward the yarn, I basically loop it over the knit stitch that's actively being worked on and kind of tuck it into the back of it. Carrying yarn forward is straightforward enough when you're working with 2 different kinds of yarn, but later on I'm going to be working with 3 and even 4 at the same time. You'll see that next time, but until then, thanks for watching, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and let me know what you thought of the video in the comments below. Bye!